Om Shanti. 31st March 2019, Sunday. The blessing from today's Avyakta Murli. May you tighten the reins of shrimat with the awareness of being a master and a child, and thereby control your mind. May you tighten the reins of shrimat with the awareness of being a master and a child, and thereby control your mind. People of the world say that mind is like a very fast running horse, but your mind cannot run around here and there because the reins of shrimat are very strong. When your mind and intellect become engaged in looking at sidescenes, your reins become slack, and so your mind causes mischief. Therefore, whenever any situation arises or your mind causes mischief, tighten the reins of shrimat and you will reach your destination. I am a child and a master. With this awareness, you can become one with the right to control your mind. Mind has been controlled, has been compared to a fast running horse. A man was riding on a horse very fast, and suddenly somebody asked him, "Where are you going?" And the man says, "What do I know? Ask the horse. How will I know? Because it is the horse which is taking me. So I don't know where I am going. You have to ask the horse." So mind is like a fast running horse. Mind has been compared to so many things. Mind is restless by very nature. It is prone to distractions. It loves to get attracted to the things it sees, it hears, and it's never focused. An elephant was sitting calmly, and a fly comes and starts buzzing around the ear, and the elephant drives it away. The fly comes again. The elephant drives it away second time. The fly comes back. Elephant drives it back again. And then the elephant asks the fly, "Why are you so restless? Why can't you stay at one place? Why are you buzzing around all the time, going from one place to another?" And the fly says, "I am attracted to everything I see and hear. Whatever I see and whatever I hear and whatever I smell, I get attracted. And that's why I try to grab that thing." And the fly in turn asks the elephant, "Why you are so calm?" And the elephant says, "My senses are under my control. I do not allow myself to get distracted. I stay focused. And that's why I can sit at one place for a long time without letting myself disturbed by anything around me." So, mind is very restless. If you want to control the mind, if you want to understand the mind, understand the very nature of the mind. Likes and dislikes of the mind, the propensities of the mind. What are the things it enjoys? What are the things it likes? It revels upon. And then only we can think of restraining the mind. Swami Vivekananda has compared mind to a monkey. Mind is a monkey. Monkey is very restless by its very nature. If you see monkey, it will not stay at one place. It will keep on hopping from one branch, one twig to another. Now this monkey is stung by a scorpion. Now it has become all the more restless. After some time, somebody made it drink wine. It has become all the more restless. And after some time, a devil entered the monkey. Now imagine the stage of this monkey, how restless it is. Mind is like this restless monkey when the scorpion of desires sting it. The wine of jealousy, pride, it is made to drink freely of. And then the demon of ego enters. Now imagine the stage of this monkey and how can you control it? And that's why mind control is one of the most difficult, arduous job in the world. And sages down the ages have talked about it, have mentioned about it. Everyone who has taken the path of spirituality, morality, religion, has tried to control the mind by every which way. Even in the Gita it is mentioned that to control the mind is like controlling the wind. How should I control it? Chanchalahi mana Krishna. The Arjuna asked, O Lord, how should I control this mind? It is chanchal. It is so restless. It is so nimble. It doesn't stay at one place. It is just like controlling the wind. How can I? And Baba is also saying today, people of the world say that mind is like a very fast running horse. But your mind cannot run around here and there because there are these reins of shrimat. You have to control the mind with the rein of shrimat. The moment you see that mind is getting distracted, the moment you see that intellect is getting engaged in seeing the sidescenes, tighten the rein. Tighten the straps, the trammels of that horse. So it is the Shrimat. It is the highest dictates. It is the divine commandments given by God that will act as a rein. When you get engaged in seeing sightseeing, the reins become slack and your mind causes mischiefs. So whenever any situation arises or your mind causes mischief, tighten the reins of Shrimat and you will reach your destination. And there's one slogan here, I am a child and a master. With this awareness you can become one with the right to control your mind. So Shrimat is a very powerful tool to control the mind. Just as in India, in some places, they do elephant procession through the streets, and those streets are narrow. On each side of the streets are a lot of shops before the elephant reaches the temple. So it is seen that when the elephant is going through those crooked, narrow paths, what the elephant is doing is, sometimes it is taking the bunch of banana, from somewhere and throwing it aside. Sometimes it is taking coconut from some shop and throwing it aside and causing a lot of damage whilst it's going through that path, because the path is narrow and on each side there are shops. So the elephant trainer does a very intelligent thing. What is that? Anybody? The elephant is going through that path. It's very narrow. On each side are shops, and whilst going, it is causing a lot of devastation to shopkeepers. So what does the elephant trainer do? Then how will it walk? Anybody? That is for horses, not for elephant. For horses, they cane. Elephant is not listening to the cane. It does something else. It puts a wooden stick through his trunk. A wooden stick. Now the elephant is proudly walking, and it is totally focused on that wooden stick. Its mind is not going anywhere. Shrimat is that wooden stick. Put it in the trunk and you remain focused on that. So shrimat is something that keeps you zero in on your goal and your mind doesn't distract. Otherwise, even while walking there are so much distractions. You go from here to Baba's room, you see 10 things on the way, and whatever you see, whatever the eyes see, the vision goes. Wherever the vision goes, the energy flows. You see something, you start thinking of that person. You see some unusual thing, you start thinking of it. So, there are so many distractions. So now, we come to the basic point of mind control. How to do this? What should one do in order to control this restless, turbulent mind?
Reduce the number of thoughts.
How? How are we going to reduce the number of thoughts?
By not thinking about that which is not necessary.
But it is coming on its own. We are not doing anything. It is coming, it is so forceful that it is gushing inside the mind. The doors are thrown open and the thoughts, the swarm of thoughts, they come in and we are caught unawares. Yeah? Yes, Soman. So, there are many things one has to do in order to control the mind. The first thing is self-compassion. First, be little compassionate. Don't be so strict. The mind has wandered a lot. Be little more compassionate. It's the child. Don't be so harsh on this child. Don't immediately start teaching it. Your methods should not be didactic, serving to teach. Be more compassionate towards your own mind. We are taught to show compassion towards the worldly soul, but the first compassion we should have is towards ourselves. Little more compassion, compassionate towards the mistakes it has committed, the sins, the breach of shrimat, the sinful actions, everything, whatever it has done. Let me be more compassionate towards myself. Then only I can begin this journey of self-control, self-mastery, self-sovereignty, control of the mind, Swarajya Adhikar, whatever you call it. Then self-observation. Observe the mind. One of the exercises, just to sit like this, close the eyes for 10 minutes without any thought, just like that, and try to see where the mind is going, as if your mind is a tree and thoughts are birds. Which birds are coming on this tree? I am a tree. I'm not trying to control anything. I am just observing what birds are coming. What birds are coming and sitting on this tree of the mind. Let me just see, without judging which is right, wrong, false, true, negative, positive, nothing. Let me first see what is it. And then self-discipline. Now try to understand and now try to discipline this mind. Give it certain rules. Tell it what is shrimat and what is not. Tell it that God has said this, and what are you doing? This is how the things should be done, and this is how the things should not be done. Teach it some do's and don'ts. So, some discipline of the mind is needed. In Gita it is written, Abhyasena tu kaunteya. O Arjuna, it's with practice that you can control the mind. So, self-discipline and then self-churning. Do some deep churning, sitting alone in solitude, in the vicinity of nature, all alone, in silence, and do some deep churning on this control of mind. Let it not get distracted. There was one saint, a Chinese philosopher, who is said to have sat against the wall meditating for 12 years, just sitting in front of the wall, doing nothing. One of the first person from India in 6th century who has gone to China, taking the message of Buddhism for the first time. Bodhidharma, his name was. So that Bodhidharma did meditation for 12 years. What meditation? Just sitting in front of the wall, doing nothing. Just observing the wall from morning till night and not doing anything. They don't believe in God, they don't believe in soul. They just believe in stilling the mind, calming the mind. And he just sat like that, doing nothing. No distractions. Let it not go anywhere. If we see ourselves, if suppose somebody asks us to sit for 1 hour, probably we don't know how many times we will pick up the mobile and see the messages and so many things we have. We are so concerned that the world is missing me, where in fact the world has nothing to do with you. It is also restless, and they also want to fill their vacuum. You are just the filler. Nothing more than that. Self-churning. And then self-esteem, that is Soman. That is, self-esteem is higher consciousness. In today's Avyakta Murli, Sunday's Avyakta Murli, Baba said, who are you? You are this, I am not this. This you got to know now. Who am I? I have understood now. This I am not. So this is a very important question to ask. Who I am? Is it the same person who is on the, what is visible to the world? Am I the same? Or there is some self-hypocrisy? Am I a split personality? The world, what the world I am showing off is different, and what I am is different. Am I divided into two? An amount of spiritual schizophrenia. What I am showing is different, and what I am is different. Inside I am in silence. Inside I want solitude. But just to fill the vacuum and just to fill the gaps in conversation, I am speaking. Where inside I want only silence and nothing else. So this inner conflict which is going on, mind is wanting something else, but what I am doing is in complete discord with what I am. There is a utter disharmony. My actions are not in coherence with my thoughts. So do self-esteem means higher consciousness, means reminding oneself who I am, what I am. And then self-talk. Talk with oneself. We have talked with human beings a lot. In Golden Age, we were busy talking with deities. From Copper Age, we started talking with human beings. In Confluence Age, also we spend most of the time talking with Brahmins. But where is self-talk? Self-conversation. Engaging the mind in talking to oneself. And that is one of the main ways of controlling. And then self-listening. Listening to the small voice which is within us. Listening to the whispers of conscience. Somebody is speaking from within. It's a very small voice, very feeble, and it has long been suppressed. By the conscious mind, so that small voice of conscience, the conscience of consciousness, has been suppressed. Listen to that voice. That voice has something to say to you. So that needs just two things: silence and solitude. And without these two things, no matter what one does, there is no question of any spiritual growth. I remember we had gone to one center of meditation. It is known as Vipassana meditation. That's one of the ways of Buddhistic meditation. In those courses, they keep 10 days program. And in those 10 days, you don't have to speak anything. They will take away the mobile and it's free of charge. They don't cost anything. They say that if you like it and if you feel you are benefited in staying there, then you can give whatever you want. But the rule is not to speak anything. They will provide you a single room for meditation, a very small room, which will not have anything. Sit there and meditate. And their meditation is just focusing on the breath. And all those people who go there, after 10 days, though they don't teach any particular method of meditation, but we had met one person there who said to us that I was in Brahma Kumaris for many years and I couldn't achieve anything, and afterwards I have come here. Even such a person we met. And he said that now I am very calm. Why? Because of silence. Because these people do not teach anything except silence. Just sit and don't do anything. Silent. So silence is a very strong weapon. Very, very strong weapon. In the hustle and the bustle of the world, somewhere the silence is lost. Somewhere the solitude is gone. Go back to the spiritual cocoon. Go back to the spiritual stage of insulation, where you are absolutely insulated from the world for some time. Very calm, very serene. So self talk, self-listening. These are some of the ways where you can sit and calm the mind. Because this is a work which is undone. And this is an intrinsic work, internal work, that gradually detaches the mind from the world. And the more the mind is detached, the more it is under control. The purer the mind, the easier it is to control. It is the purity of the mind which is necessary for control. The purer the mind, the easier it is to focus on something. The impurer the mind, difficult it is to focus. So all the works of mind control has to be done in silence, contemplating on what is shrimat. What is shrimat and how do I understand, how much I have understood shrimat, how to unpack, unreveal, how to reveal and to decipher the shrimat. So these are some of the ways, means, tools, methods of mind control. Om Shanti.